21 April 1526 morning. In a field north of Delhi, near a village, silence prevails. On one side stands an army estimated to be around 100,000 strong, with war elephants, cavalry, and the pride of a dynasty. On the other side, only 15,000 exhausted soldiers who have crossed mountains, passed deserts, and now stand ready.
By the end of this day, the course of 500 years of Indian history will change forever.
One empire will end, and a new empire will be born, one that will rule this subcontinent for more than 300 years. This is the story of the Battle of Panipat. To understand the beginning of the story, we must go a few years back. At the start of the 16th century, Delhi was ruled by the Lodi dynasty.
The ruler was Ibrahim Lodi, a strict and powerful king. His rule had turned many nobles and governors against him.
The governor of Punjab, Daulat Khan Lodi, and Ibrahim's own uncle, Alam Khan, were both dissatisfied with the throne of Delhi. They reached out for help to a man who had lost his own kingdom in Central Asia. Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur was born in 1483 in the region of Fergana, present-day Uzbekistan. From his father's side, he was a direct descendant of Amir Timur, and from his mother's side, of Genghis Khan.
But this glorious lineage did not bring him peace.
Babur, who ascended the throne at the age of 12, spent his youth in years of wars, defeats, and exile. Finally, in 1504, he captured Kabul and established a new base.
But Babur's eyes always remained on the fertile land of India. When an invitation came from Punjab, Babur saw it as an opportunity.
At the end of 1525, Babur crossed the Indus River with his army. Lahore was captured on the way, and the army advanced toward Delhi. Babur did not have a very large force, only 12 to 15,000 experienced soldiers. But he possessed something almost unknown in India at that time: modern gunpowder weapons, and the guidance of Ottoman military experts. On 12 April 1526, Ibrahim Lodi arrived at Panipat with his massive army. Babur had already chosen Panipat as his battlefield. On his right was the town of Panipat, and on his left, a deep trench covered with branches. In the center, he created a formation never seen in India before: 700 bullock carts tied together with leather ropes, known in the Ottoman language as Araba. Gaps were left between the carts so cavalry could launch attacks. Alongside them stood hundreds of matchlock gunners, known as Tufangchi, positioned behind defensive cover. Then came the Tulghuma Tactic, dividing the army into right, left, and center wings. Babur's 17-year-old son Humayun was also given command of a unit.
Both armies faced each other, but no attack took place.
Ibrahim Lodi's massive force, Epird, which included more than 1,000 war elephants, showed hesitation. For a week, only minor skirmishes occurred between the two sides.
On the night of 19 April, Babur sent 5,000 soldiers to provoke the enemy.
But the attempt ended in confusion and failure.
Now only one path remained: open battle. On the morning of 21 April, Ibrahim Lodi's army advanced.
But the terrain chosen by Babur began to work against them. The path was so narrow that such a large army could not advance with full strength.
Their formations began to break and get entangled. This was the moment Babur had been waiting for.
The Tulghuma units moved around from both sides to encircle the enemy. From behind the bullock carts, cannons and guns began to roar, sounds rarely heard on Indian battlefields of that time.
The thunder of artillery frightened Ibrahim Lodi's war elephants. The panicked elephants turned back and trampled their own army. Surrounded from all sides, Lodi's soldiers could neither advance nor retreat. The battle reached its decisive moment within hours. Ibrahim Lodi himself fought bravely on the battlefield. But many of his nobles and commanders abandoned the field. Eventually, without his own guards, Ibrahim Lodi was killed in battle. It is said that between 15 and 20,000 Lodi soldiers died that day. The Delhi Sultanate, which had existed since 1206, came to an end that morning. Immediately after the victory, Babur sent his son Humayun toward Agra to secure the treasury there. Within days, both Delhi and Agra came under Babur's control. A man who had once lost his ancestral throne in Samarkand had now become the ruler of a vast territory in India.
This became the foundation of the Mughal Empire, a dynasty that would rule the subcontinent for more than 300 years.
The field of Panipat would later witness two more decisive battles, in 1556 and 1761. But it was this first battle that introduced gunpowder and artillery as decisive weapons in Indian warfare. Babur himself recorded the details of this battle in his memoirs, the Baburnama, a document that remains one of the most authentic sources of that day.
The rise of a 300-year empire began with a single morning's decision.